We're going to be talking about Crown Vics today. What's up YouTube, Corey the Random Guy here. This video is actually kind of a response to Mr. Random's Crown Vics are slow AF video. For those of you who are Panther platform lovers like myself and Mr. Random, of course, he is right. These cars are notoriously slow. Mine, when I had it on the dyno, in case you guys haven't watched that video, I only pulled like 211 horsepower running on E85. With that being said, these cars, they're actually pretty impressive. I'm gonna go ahead and admit that they are pretty impressive for a small engine and a big heavy car. They actually do really well getting up to speed. If you're trying to build a racer out of a Crown Victoria, it's not gonna work very well. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's just not going to work very well. These cars are more, how do I say this? They're more of a collector's item. They are more for show, and you can put a little bit more power in them and, have some fun with it, of course. But do not expect this thing to outrun a Hellcat or something like an SRT8 or whatever. They're just not going to do it. Mr. Random is also right. The fastest Crown Vic in the world right now is an LS swapped Crown Vic. Putting a General Motors engine inside of a Ford, I personally think, no bueno. You can put a 5.0 Coyote in there. Realistically, you're not going to get the power that you want out of a Crown Vic. The Crown Vic is a four-door sedan. It is a heavy whale of a car. I'm not building mine to be a racer. Now, am I going to put a little bit extra horsepower in it? Yeah, why not? But don't expect these cars to be fast, guys. I mean, realistically, even the Mercury Marauders, with a 4-valve, they're not much faster than the Crown Vic with a 2-valve. It's just one of those sad realities that we all have to face when we have these cars. There is one thing that I did see in the comments on one of the groups that I'm in on Facebook. I do believe it was Crown Vic Outlaws or something like that. I don't remember. I'll have to go back and look. You guys ever heard of the story, The Tortoise and the Hare? Let's think about it. These cars have endurance over power. The thing is, you may have a whole shit ton of power, but the endurance that the Crown Vic gives outweighs that any day of the week. These cars are pursuit cars, really. At least the Police Interceptor models. In all actuality, they're pretty slow. They really are. I have actually never heard of anybody yet, anybody that's watching this, try it out and let me know. Put an EcoBoost V6 3.5 twin turbocharged engine transmission in these cars yet. Still got to remember though, these cars, they're heavy, they're old school, they're really more of a collector's item. But with that being said, I'm not driving anybody away from the Crown Victorias, the Panther platforms, anything like that. Just don't match up to today's power. But they're really, really fun cars. They look aggressive. They're iconic cars. The police forces all over the United States use these cars for a very, very long time, and they've had very good success with them. Anybody that gets them now, all these young kids these days, they're just like, well, these things are slow. They're not, I don't know really what else to say except for, if you guys get a Crown Vic, don't expect them to be fast, especially stock. Do not expect them to be fast, but they're really good cars. They're easy to maintain. They're cheap to fix. As long as you don't trash them, throw them in the ditches, and do stupid shit with them, they'll last you for a long, long time. I'm going to go ahead and clear things up. I don't know if Mr. Random has done this, but I'm going to. And even if he has, I'm going to go ahead and confirm it. One, there is no such thing as a cop chip. I don't understand why everybody thinks that the police interceptors have cop chips. Cop chips. There's no such thing. No such thing. Really, the biggest thing that sets these police interceptors apart from the civilian counterparts is very few things. You got true dual exhaust from engine all the way back. You have a aluminum lightweight drive shaft versus a steel drive shaft. It's the same computer, however the computer is programmed just a little bit different. You got your shift points, you got your RPM ranges, all that. Another thing, the gear ratios in the back are different. The civilian models run a 283-to-1 ratio. The Police Interceptor models range anywhere from 327 to 373 gears. Other than that, there's really no difference between the civilian model and the Police Interceptor. The Police Interceptor did, however, I do believe Mr. Random did say, I think it was like in 2006, and I've done my own research, I do believe it was in 2006, they started putting Kevlar lining inside the front doors. And then of course you've got your stab-proof seats. Some of them even come with a cage in the back. Some of them still come with lights. They're heavy cars. I mean, I'll give you an example. Mine. I've given you guys a tour of it. I still have the VCR video recorder in the back with the slide-out tray. I'm keeping the slide-out tray. Video recorder, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I'm debating on keeping it and maybe getting some cameras for it, whatever. I'm going to touch base on this again. These cars are not fast. They're not. You can't deny that. I can't deny it. I do like the fact that such a small engine can put out quite a bit of power and move a whale as quick as it does. It just does not match up to today's standards. I have talked to a few cops and they've missed the Crown Victorias. They've even said themselves they're not that fast. However, their endurance, their room, their all-around reliability of these cars is phenomenal versus what they have now. I haven't really talked to them much about the new Explorers that they're using. I do know that the Explorers are much faster than the Crown Victorias. I've seen them in action. I've ridden in one. No, I was not arrested. By today's standards, these Crown Victorias unfortunately just don't match up. Suggestion though, and I've suggested this on my Instagram, Corey Random Guy, guys go check it out. I'll leave a link in the description below if I can. There is a few things, oh no, I guess I didn't put it on Instagram, never mind. It was on Facebook. I'll have to see if I can find it. I have suggested that Ford does bring back the Crown Victoria as it is. Body on frame construction, Panther platform, with a few differences. Now, some of you may look at this video and be like, what? Then some of you might be like, oh, hey, he makes a good point. The Crown Victoria is actually pretty aerodynamic for what it is. It does slice through the air pretty well. If they wanted it to make it even more aerodynamic, first suggestion would be lower it down just a pinch. You know, not too much, because you still want that clearance of a car. You can lower it down just a little bit. Drivetrain, powertrain wise, you can upgrade it to the Coyote 5.0 for the police interceptors. For the civilian models, you can do the 2.7 or the 3.5 liter EcoBoost engine in those. I know what some of you are thinking. Oh, a V6 inside of a Crown Victoria. These things are notorious for the V8s. Perfect. And you know what? I'm not going to argue with that. This is just a few suggestions that I have that I can throw out there. As far as the rear-wheel drive, if everybody's so worried about the rear-wheel drive, put an all-wheel drive system in it. Follow basically the same design as a Ford Explorer. I do have a 2003 Ford Explorer, and fully independent suspension is not impossible on a body on frame construction. You can put the all-wheel drive in it, handling, cornering, you know, stuff like that. Make it fully independent suspension, emphasis on leaving the body on frame construction alone. You can put 7-speed automatic, I'm not exactly sure. You can put those in there, and then of course, you know, your different engines versus what they had before. Those are just a few things that I would suggest to Ford in general, because there's a lot of people like us out there that really want the Crown Victorias back. Don't make it a soulless egg-shaped SUV crossover looking, just godforsaken thing. The Crown Victoria was the best thing, one of the best things that Ford ever made when it come to a four-door sedan. Why they stopped making them, I don't know. There is a few rumors out there saying, oh, well, they were losing business on them, or, oh, people wanted SUVs more, or everybody wanted the crossovers, and stupid shit like that. If anybody is like me, who is a Panther platform nut, we want these cars back. Are we going to get the Crown Victorias back? I don't know. There's all kinds of rumors flying around on the internet saying, oh, they're talking about bringing back the Crown Victoria in 2021. I'll believe it when I see it, because they've been talking about that for a long time now. I wanted to just go ahead and make this video real quick, go along with Mr. Random when it comes to the Crown Victorias being slow. And of course, my suggestions out there for bringing the Crown Victorias back and what they can do to bring them back. Some of you may agree with this, some of you may not. Some of you may think, oh, well, the Crown Victorias are junk, yada, 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 because they're too damn slow. Well, you know, if you think that, then go buy you a sports car or something. For people like us, we love the Panther platform, body on frame, Crown Victoria, Mercury Marauders, Mercury Grand Marquis, Lincoln Town Cars, you know, stuff of that nature. We really don't care if they're a little slower than most. I don't. I don't care if my car is the slowest thing out there on the road. I like the way my car sounds. I like the way it looks. The vinyl I'm gonna redo. That's gonna be another story. But I like the way it looks. I like the aggressiveness of it, of its look. I like the reliability. I like the longevity of it. I don't have any issues with this car. Now, there are a couple of lights on. You guys have seen in other videos. There is a couple of lights on. I got a stupid low tire light on. That's because one of my sensors is bad. I'm wanting to go take it to Ford and have that disabled. I do have an airbag light on. I need to figure out why. Other than that, there's no check engine lights, no nothing. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think of what Mr. Random had said. I will put a link of his video in the description below so that you guys can go watch it and then kind of compare it to mine and give me your thoughts. But don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, and if you guys want more of these videos, let me know in the comments below as well. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys don't miss another one. Talk to you guys later.